All right, everybody. Good evening. Uh, I don't know if you saw what I posted in the Discord, Danny, but what, what do you think of I found this story about this guy in like the '08 crisis who uh, ended up retiring, and he bought 100 acres of land in Maui, I think, and it was jungle, and he starts posting on this DIY forum how how do I clear this and make it into a nice lush complex where people would want to live in. Uh, so all these people on this do-it-yourself forum take an interest, and they start like traveling down to help him, and this like commune results, but it's it wasn't well planned out in advance, so hilarity kind of ensues.
I,
Um,
I am familiar with that story. Strange Eons did a video about it recently, right?
yeah, 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 I
Yeah,
posted that, yeah.
yeah. I mean, I think there's any number of horror stories you could write in such an environment.
Yeah.
Whether it's about, oh my God, these hippies are going to be the death of me, or oh my God, living in the jungle is awful.
Well, yeah, and like I was thinking because they're not really the best at what they're doing. Um, like what if they like gathered up all the poison ivy slash poison sumac and burned it? Because it turns out if you burn that stuff, the vapors are not good for you, um, and you could die. Because it can like blister your lungs and things. Um, and I'm like, okay, well, I mean, I have people in a situation who do something and death results. I don't know if that's exactly a horror story. Like, I gotta
I
like,
think that's like a normal story.
it's a normal story, right? Yeah, but it does involve people dying in plants. Um,
It's true. I guess the update about that is somehow, somewhat unexpectedly, Steph was able to find a guy.
oh,
So I
there
think
you go. Okay,
um,
I don't have to
I
worry
still
about
think you don't have to do it. What I
right,
was gonna, what I'm not sure if you caught the thing I posted. It was like it's still a good exercise to write a short,
right,
and there are worse things you can do than like a Pocket Jacks comics like anthology.
sure,
Um, so I'm super happy to edit that.
okay,
Or if someone just does something and it's cool, I will provide free editing services if they just want to deal with like a professional editor and like learn process and stuff like that.
okay.
Because I feel like it's unfair for me to post a contest and then like the next day, which I did not expect, to be like, oh well, there's no money, so like I've got to offer something, right?
It's okay. You found and it sounds like you found a guy to do it or something.
Yeah. So Steph is the owner of Blood Igor Comics, who
Okay,
we sort of published our House of Doom anthology with. This is
neat.
I posted the first volume on the forum,
Okay, yeah.
and so
Irwin,
he did.
Irwin liked it, I believe.
Irwin liked it, and Irwin liked my story in specific, which I'm
Yeah.
very happy about. Um, and so we've done two of them. The story Joseph did, and the one I did with the plants and stuff and the vampires, um, are for the next one. Steph, he's more of an illustrator. Like he tends to work with other people's stories, and he had a really hard time for volume two, like finding like a writer, and like it took us forever to do it. So I was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna get ahead of that, and it turns out he already got ahead of that somehow too.
Right.
So
Awesome.
that's sort of what happened there. It was I was trying to be proactive, and there was some miscommunication. So
Okay.
yeah, but anyone, Erwin, Robert, you, John, anyone on the forum, even what's his name, who keeps doing stuff that is all
Draco.
samey. yes, like Draco, Rucker, whoever you are, free editing.
Speaking of, we have a Draco script tonight. So.
Yeah, he just uploaded
Okay.
it a little while ago.
Yeah.
It's been a while. I thought
It has.
he'd lost his API access.
I'm hoping.
I'm
hoping that this is not a ChatGPT script. My sincere hope is that people can move beyond, like the starting points to actually adopting the craft for themselves. We'll see. I suppose.
Will indeed. But yes, if Draco manages to write a story and present it, and it is the best, then I will edit his comic for free.
Okay, I'm rewriting Lords of Iron issue 2. It's I mean I could present them if you wanted to read through it, but like I decided instead of like kind of like free and easy contemporary government of the future that more or less kind of reflects somewhat of like the government of the present. Like, what if we just lived under totalitarian robo-communism? So, like now, like
how that doesn't reflect the government of the present.
I mean, I don't know the like.
Maybe not the turbo communism part, but
yeah, and I mean, like we're not. I mean,
and frankly, my government's fine. I don't really have a problem here.
Okay, well, I don't understand where you would be saying like an authoritarian things with like the current U.S. government.
Now, I mean,
Preston.
When you agree with
authoritarian about there's disorder here, I'm sending in troops. That's not authoritarian.
Preston, when you agree with the totalitarian actions of your government, you tend to not find them totalitarian.
Okay. I don't. We have to. It's kind of like calling people Nazis, which Danny loves to do. If you just do that willy nilly, then
no, I really don't. I really genuinely didn't really do it very much up until
like, all right. I'm
just
saying
the last decade.
We don't have a purge yet, but that's not to say that I'm not starting to go. You know what? So. It is kind of weird to live in a society where I know a lot of people would certainly celebrate my death or the death of other people that I might agree with. But
who doesn't love a party?
People are accusing me of being the Nazis. And so that's just where I'm starting to go, okay, these people can't be reasoned with. They clearly don't mind using extrajudicial things in order to shut down opposition, in order to close down anyone who opposes them. And I applaud President Trump for sending in the troops to correct that situation. No apologies. And that's not authoritarianism. That's law and order. And if you can't unconfuse those two, I don't know that I can help you. But if we want to talk about actual authoritarianism, then yeah, that's what I'm rewriting Lords of Iron 2 for. But it's not the kind of Pollyannic bullshit that you two like to put forward. So there's that.
What the hell?
We all the scripts.
Erwin came in with excellent timing.
Like Erwin, what did you find yourself walking into?
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like we're reading a script here.
Oh, well, I was saying I rewrote
saying he is.
Yeah.
You rewrote what?
What?
You rewrote what?
Lords of Iron 2. I don't know if I want to. We'll skip that one for now. Where we got? Oh, all right. So we got Blood in the Dirt. I'm gonna wait till Diane gets here for that one. We got Harold and the Kung Fu Accountant.
Can I bring up something that is not a script?
Yes,
and that is
right.
I guess tangentially related to I think what you were talking about.
You sure can.
I'm really upset about this right now.
It's certainly top of mind.
No. I'm not. I'm talking about me. What has happened? What's been happening with us specifically with our Tesla?
Oh,
and,
okay.
How
long a story is this?
It's not long. I just want a little bit of feedback. We've been attacked. I would say possibly 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
Someone came in the middle of the night and scratched up the side of the car. The alarm went off twice. I didn't want to go out there and look for the person who was doing it. Our windshield was smashed while we were parked at a bookstore. There were also 2 little piles of human feces next to it. There was a dead squirrel or rat that was left next to where the car is usually parked in our driveway. And then today I found a bunch of glue, some sort of adhesive sprayed onto the car just after. This is like a week after we got the windshield repaired. So all this has happened over the past month or 2.
Yeah.
And
Austin's a rough town these days.
So I told my friend that I think this has something to do with Antifa, because I posted something about Antifa a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
And it seems like that's when it started happening. So
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. And this friend of mine has just been scoffing at me at this possibility. Like,
we're certainly seeing a very rapid, what I would characterize as a rapid deterioration of society. And here we are. You know, I've been listening to like a lot of French Revolution stuff. Oh, it's been getting me in the mood.
Well, yeah, you're just making yourself worse. Like, I'm not looking for this stuff. The stuff is just happening. Like,
I understand.
And there's more than that. There's pedophiles that I'm dealing with, that I've dealt with over the summer. There's crazy, like, the house.
That's part of your job, right, Erwin?
No,
counseling.
This is like at the park or at the ice cream parlor. There were 2 different places where these men literally walked up behind my son, and one of them was trying to be a little bit more sort of less obvious about it. So he just like walked up and just stood really, really, really close to him while he was at the counter at the ice cream parlor. And then of course my son backs up into him, right, into his body and stuff. And it was clear to me that he wasn't there for the ice cream, because he was just sitting there with his bag. I think he was homeless or something, or just a weirdo, just sitting there waiting for his opportunity. And then the other thing happened at the swim park, where this man literally walked up behind him and like pulled my son's head up against his groin, acting like he was trying to squeeze by, but there was nothing to squeeze by to get to. Like, there was nothing to go to. Anyways, it's just, and our house almost blew up a couple, like yesterday.
Erwin, I know this is not
okay, I'm sorry.
Here, but
I mean, if you have that much going on, you think it's targeted, I do recommend like informing some of the authorities.
Yeah.
Oh no, I think the Tesla stuff, only that stuff is like something like maybe organized is going on. The other part is just
doesn't sound very organized, but definitely sounds like harassment.
I would seriously consider looking at leaving Austin. That's me. Now, tell me about Harold and the Kung Fu Accountant.
Well, at the risk of getting myself into more trouble, I don't know if y'all have read the script or not.
No, that's what we're here for, like now, literally.
It is definitely not.
Yes, I carved this time out for reading random scripts, not my birth. Just kidding. Go on.
Yeah, it's a comedy about a young man who is struggling to find his confidence and his way, he's dealing with some painful past that he's still struggling to overcome.
Okay. All right, we got looks like 8 pages and a title page. Who wants to narrate?
Well, it's first story, so let's go.
All right.
Interior, Harold's bedroom, day. Harold Carthage, 20, black and awkward, his hair purposefully nappy. Pivots his head and poses a la Bruce Lee. Behind him is a Bruce Lee poster with the exact same pose. Music, a Chinese luo strike, as in the start of a Chinese opera. Dramatic silence. Chinese percussion starts slow, then accelerates as action progresses. Harold bounces around. A la Bruce. A la is 2 words, by the way. It's French.
Allah.
Yeah. He brushes his nose, a la Bruce, and he practices really bad kung fu. Mr. Carthage, solidly built, 50, wearing a USS John McCain cap, walks into the bedroom, stalking Harold. The father pounces before the son, daring him to strike.
Ha!
Hi.
Yee.
Harold misses several times.
Harold, my one and only son.
Mr. Carthage takes Harold down, mimes a handgun at his head.
Don't ever bring Bruce Lee to a gunfight. Blam!
Mr. Carthage mimes a gunshot to the head.
I know. I just...
Mr. Carthage yanks Harold up to his feet.
Avoid anyone wearing blue or red.
Yeah. Crips and Bloods. Do we have to go over this again?
Mr. Carthage raises a finger.
Also, any Mexican with a teardrop, tattoo, or Old English tats or bandana.
Racial profiling. How about Selena Gomez?
Who?
Shows him a photo on his phone, Gomez looking cute.
Straight up cartel, a doggone Sicario.
Right.
Also, avoid Vietnamese girls who got that certain look.
A new racist stereotype.
Where's Diane for this? I was going to ask her what the look was. Mr. Carthage.
Probably that it's a dude Harold's pretending to be a chick.
Sorry?
You, oh, Jesus. You mess, where is that? You mess with the wrong, me love long time. Me love you long time. Steel Full Metal Jacket. You get strung up by the nuts, boy. I know you got that thing for Asians.
I don't have a thing, Pops.
Your nipples get hard every time you hear a hoa.
Right. I like Bruce Lee, okay? It's a man crush.
Right. And what's the difference between man crush and straight up anal sex? Tell me that.
Mr. Carthage is quite a character.
Harold apparently sees something or someone staring in the doorway to his room.
Pops, please stop talking.
I mean, I bet you'd let some Chinese dude, take advantage of you just because his name was Bruce.
I would not, sir. I'm not into guys named Bruce. Or Lee, for that matter.
Well, you're into Ang Lee, Bruce Lee, Stan Lee.
Stan Lee's not even Asian.
So you are into Asians.
Sir.
This is the best interrogation scene. John, take notes. Mr. Carthage turns to see Bruce, 20, Chinese American, not quite hip, and dressed in, quote, retro, end quote, fashion.
Oh, hello.
Bruce.
Absorbs the fact.
Bruce?
Bruce Lee.
Mr. Carthage slaps his knees, laughing.
Are you serious, Bruce Lee? Whoa!
Mr. Carthage does goofy kung fu moves.
This isn't some role-playing thing. I'm going.
Mr. Carthage walks toward the door, points at Harold.
Never forget what happened.
Look at my wall, Pops.
On the wall, a giant Subaru poster with the slogan, "Love is what makes a Subaru a Subaru." Okay. Mr. Carthage nods seriously, exits.
What's up? Last I saw, you were talking to that waitress at Saigon Cafe.
Oh, yeah. That went well.
Interior, Harold's bedroom, day flashback. Harold wakes up next to Dong, 19, Vietnamese American woman with punk hairdo. He's shocked and happy, subdued fist pump.
Did we?
You did.
Return to present. Harold looks concerned.
Nobody ever gets shot over like early, too soon, like arriving premature.
Spit it out.
Harold spasms, holds up one finger, takes a deep breath.
I search.
You search.
I search for my shifu.
You search for your shifu, your kung fu master?
你讲中文, you know what shifu means.
Does your shifu search for you?
Harold gives a look. Harold presses his remote. On the TV screen, hanging on his wall, comes the kung fu expert Li Jing, a Chinese woman who demonstrates kung fu on YouTube in English.
She might be my shifu.
Okay.
Harold clicks on another button.
Or it might be her.
Another Asian woman comes on screen.
This guy's worse than I am. Are they all Asian women? I know you've got a thing.
I don't have a thing. I don't have yellow fever, okay?
You're a yellow fever super spreader.
No, it's not that. I need a shifu. I need a woman to give me, you know.
Give you what?
I can't put my finger.
You put your finger on it last night.
Whoosh! Harold gets into a snake-style kung fu stance with his pointed hand cocked before his chest like a snake head.
Boop. Snake style.
Very phallic. Your suppressed sexual need comes out through your kung fu.
Bruce presses his hands and elbows together before his chest. Unbeknownst to him, Mr. Carthage is now standing in the doorway. Bruce opens a gap between his forearms.
Grasshopper, do you dare fight me, master of vagina kung fu, with your snakehead penis kung fu?
Harold jabs his snakehead hand again and again at Bruce's vagina arms. That's a sentence.
Yeah, really.
But Bruce
but perfect. I know exactly what
each time.
Thrust, slide, slither.
The vagina is your master, young hyena. Don't try.
Harold lunges the snakehead into Bruce's vagina. They look pop-eyed at each other.
I don't know if this is.
I've seen enough.
Mr. Carthage hands them each a condom.
I don't know what's going on.
Mr.
But
Carthage
you both
knows.
get one.
He is the bomb. I love this guy. Mr. Carthage.
Yes, Bruce.
I just want to say, I need a magnum.
You need extra large condom?
Yes, Mr. Carthage.
No, just no.
Mr. Carthage is black, okay?
Mr. Carthage exits again and again returns.
Harold, did you register for classes at the university?
Yes, sir, I did.
That's my boy.
Mr. Carthage walks away happy. Harold looks down.
You didn't register. Dude, why not? What's going on? Keep your eyes on the prize, my brother.
Bruce offers his fist for a dap. Harold concedes.
Don't have to get all Selma on me.
Harold turns to look at a framed photo of a robust black woman before a blackboard. This is Mrs. Carthage.
I'm not ready for college. I don't know. It just freaks me out. What's wrong with me? I literally pee in my pants when I think about it.
Literally? Are you wetting?
No, not much.
All right.
Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Well, that was
That was interesting.
that was interesting. John, why don't you start us off?
So your characters are very eccentric, very characteristic. They're likable, and even in a little cheeky way, yeah, it's a very interesting story with some very interesting characters.
Okay.
Robert.
Yeah, I think I think that the vulnerability that the characters show and the contrast of that vulnerability against the backdrop of the kung fu is an interesting contrast for the characters to play out, and the interaction that kung fu has, physically touching another person, and the way that they act it out is what Mr. Carthage is kind of confused about. Like, why are you so engaged in something that's defensive and at the same time gentle? And it's he's kind of questioning where his son is at and recognizes the confusion. I like the complexity of the characters as you've written them so far.
Danny.
So yeah, you do the thing you normally do, which is present very interesting characters reasonably well in a very interesting situation. I think this is a good intro to any story because you have grasped all the balls in the air.
All right. So yeah, we have a likable character here in Harold. I enjoyed his interplay with Mr. Carthage. It's the conflict I'm getting here is Harold is sexually unsure of himself. He certainly would like to be a guy who's successful with the ladies and be recognized as that by his male companions or the friends, sparring partners. But that is so far elusive. So we set up a conflict. We got a character. I think that's what you're supposed to do in the first few pages. So good job. How could it be made better, John?
At first glance, I don't really have a lot. I mean, I feel like some of the jokes were drawn out a little bit too much. Not all of them landed.
Yeah.
And I didn't really. I got confused at the. Is Harold Mr. Cartridge's actual son, or is he like adopted, or? Because I got confused by the dynamics of the character relationship, and I feel like that should be a little bit more fleshed out because
we had an Asian script with a Vietnamese chick, but you weren't here.
Sorry, I'm late.
Okay.
What?
Yeah, apparently
yeah, I
you
was-
gotta watch out for Vietnamese chicks with that look, Diane.
especially if they're named Dong.
Yeah, I know.
At least it wasn't Fook. So, Erwin got that one.
So yeah,
Yeah,
so
I
I
got
was a
that
little
one.
confused by the relationship of the characters, the character relationships between them, their relation, why they're there. If it is a father-son thing, it doesn't really feel like. I mean, it didn't really feel like a father-son relationship. I mean, maybe not from my upbringing. So that felt a little. I didn't really know where that was or what it was coming from. So that was confusing.
The father-son. Okay.
So, and I also felt like the character acted a bit immature for his age.
Which one?
Yes.
Fair enough.
So specifically, like, well, we'll put it this way. Harold and Bruce both acted like 15, 16-year-olds. Mr. Carthage acted like an adult who was trying to bond with 15, 16-year-olds. Like how I would if I did not know the relationship, which I still don't know the relationship, but if I didn't know the relationship or the ages of these characters and they did this scene, I would have felt like Harold and Bruce are orphans living in a halfway house or a foster situation. They're 14, 15 years old, and Mr. Carthage is their guardian, who is trying to relate to them and be the cool guy because they're just good kids, and he's trying to help them in a bad situation, and he's trying to be relatable and cool. That would have been the feeling that that was the feeling that I got from the relationship between these characters. For good or for bad. That's how it felt to me, notwithstanding their age or any familiar blood relationship.
Okay.
Yeah. I couldn't distinguish the hierarchy of relationship. They all felt like they were, frankly, basically the same group of guys who would hang out with each other. So the father thing didn't, that relationship didn't feel defined to me in terms of how Harold reacted to him, although he was submissive. But Harold's position was consistently unsure of himself, but he would have a different relationship with his father than he would with Bruce. And I didn't see that, and the father being, confronting and obnoxious, but at a level, as a colleague, not as a parent. So it came across weird, more like what I'd say? It was like those two, it's similar to what John was saying. And I would put it like, Bruce and Harold were at camp, and Mr. Carthage was the camp counselor, who was only really like, maybe 5 or 6 years older than them, and challenging them in a language and in a style that was appropriate for that smaller age gap rather than a parental one. So that, that's probably overanalyzed, but I'm just going to say the result is that it didn't quite work.
Yeah, camp counselor actually sounds, that also would be as if he was like 22 and they were 15.
Yeah, it's something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have really liked to see our protagonist express a goal.
Girls.
Fine through line for
Girls.
this.
It was Selena Gomez.
Yeah,
I think Selena Gomez was the goal.
Yeah.
That was not clear.
Well, that's a good goal, though.
Because this has many of the trappings of a teenage sex comedy, except our teenager has already gotten laid and is about to go to college. There's no sense of time pressure. He's not like trying to get out of this horrible town. I don't know what he wants. He wants Mr. Carthage to not think he only likes people named Bruce or Lee. That doesn't sustain an extended narrative. I don't know what the theme is. I don't know what the protagonist's goal is. We're 10 pages in. I should know one, and ideally both of these things.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's all right. I'm not. First off, let me say, I'm not necessarily a fan of the genre. Like, I didn't like American Pie. I thought those movies were dumb. So, teenage sex comedies are kind of not my cup of tea.
Thank you.
Why are you thinking?
Because I hate them too.
Okay. But as soon as
All you have to do is acknowledge that they're dumb and then watch them anyways.
Yeah. I mean, I'm maybe not like the best guy to give, constructive notes on, like a teenage sex story idea. But yeah, I all right. So if the setting is college, right? Like, I feel like, isn't he going off to college? Isn't that what's about to happen?
He's trying to get at the end. His father's like, "Did you turn in your application to UT?" And he's like, and he lies to him, right? And Bruce is like, "Well, why? What's wrong with you? What's going on?" And he's like, "I don't know. I'm not ready. I don't believe I can do it."
He's scared. He's wetting his pants.
Well, I mean, he did not say all of that, which is part of the problem.
The wetting the pants was supposed to be that.
The wetting the pants gets you there, but again, stated goal. What does he actually want?
Who never said.
Sorry, we're all interrupting Preston.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like I said, I feel like he wants to be recognized as a successful straight man who what?
Okay, keep going.
Yeah, who was receiving the props of his companions, the recognition, and and then, like instead it's Mr. Carthage seems to feel like he's gay. I gotta say that the relationship between him and Bruce does seem awfully homoerotic. I don't know if that's intentional, but now we're going into like a gay teen sex comedy, and I know even less about that. Well, I don't know. That's
Well,
like,
and
yeah.
again, they're too old to be in a gay teen sex genre, because part of what that genre works is they're
puberty.
15, 16, 17.
Yeah, puberty.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Breakfast Club doesn't work if they're in college.
Anyway, but thanks for bringing in the pages, Erwin.
Yeah.
We gave you some ideas. All right, let's look at Blood in the Dirt. Which I'm
Blood and the Dirt.
Blood in the Dirt.
In the Dirt.
That's a less exciting title.
Oh, all right. Well, I mean, look, we could change it to Blood and the Dirt. I'm not.
Blood and the Dirt is like, okay, wait, what? Like in
Yeah.
a good way?
Yeah. Okay, so here we go. We got Blood in the Dirt by Justin Stillmaker and Adam Navas.
It was our first AD on,
Yeah, Danny, you remember Adam?
from our
I do
first
remember
AD.
Adam.
Yes.
Our first
Yes.
AD from
Yes.
Frontier Crucible.
Yes.
For those who do not know.
Yes, exactly. So, so they came up with this idea. I'll just
Is
read
this another attempt at the Zombie Cows project? Or
Uh,
something else?
So this was actually different, but I guess it's become adjacent. So, and that's fine. Like I think horror is a good genre, to be making movies in. So I look forward to all kinds of horror monster concepts. I'll make them all.
For someone who's not very into it, you're like, I'll make them all.
Well, you'll
Did you
just have
read
to
that
make-
report that I sent you, Preston? Because
Um,
that makes like the case for profitability in horror.
I mean, I saw a link, but that was to a Substack, and I wasn't going to pay for the Substack.
I thought I sent you the files. I'll send you the files.
Okay. Yeah.
So Diane, are you going to add the extra enthusiasm that Preston is lacking in these projects?
What-
I certainly will. Like, I enjoy horror, so
I've seen Preston on set. He's plenty enthusiastic.
Yeah, like first of all, John, I don't know why you're throwing shade at me.
No. What I mean is because you mentioned you weren't like in the genre about the genre. So
he's not a huge fan of horror. Like, as a genre itself, he's very selective of what horror you do like.
I mean, I found I actually really liked Rosemary's Baby.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah.
good, isn't
Because
it?
it's really good.
Really good.
Yeah, he's never seen it
I've
before.
never seen it.
And I showed it to him, and
Wait, you haven't?
He had
I
never
have
seen-
now.
he has
It's
now.
a classic.
He saw it literally 2 days ago.
Yeah.
So Adam said that his inspiration was Rosemary's Baby. I went like, oh,
Yeah.
that's neat. I've
Yeah.
never seen that. We're gonna fix that.
So yeah, a couple weeks ago, the story idea was this was Rosemary's Baby in the West. And I'm
Yeah.
like, all right, cool.
okay.
But now
And then after he saw it, and then we read it, and we went, "That's
this is not Rosemary's
that's not
Baby.
Rosemary Baby. Yeah, I read it. It's not.
There we go. Now that sounds like Adam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So it was just like that's not Rosemary's Baby, but I guess so.
instead, we have Hazel and Caleb have found a perfect ranch on the prairie to start their life together. Unbeknownst to them, they've moved onto a territory controlled by a dangerous cult whose members keep appearing at their door. As the pressure from the radical sect weigh on the couple, their loyalty to each other is tested and their lives are threatened.
Can you show it on the
So
screen?
like the local Mormons are all Avon ladies?
Oh,
is
yeah.
this a rewrite? Preston,
Yeah.
didn't we?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Is this a rewrite? Didn't we read something similar to this?
I thought we
A few
did.
weeks
Yeah.
ago?
Okay, so I think you're thinking of Miles's story idea.
The one about people who move into
Yeah.
a place like beside
Yeah.
a church in the wilderness, and the
Yes.
local cult
Yeah.
eats them.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was Miles's
Wait,
idea.
so this is something different
This is something that, and the one thing I got to give
because the
Miles,
setup is exactly the same.
okay, look, the premise was the same for both, which was if I rent a cabin, what can we make in a cabin? So these were both movies in a cabin premise, right? Now,
Okay.
Miles, and one thing I got to say about Miles is in motion.
Yes.
You know, like he pitched me a movie like 4 or 5 months ago, which was like Bonnie and Clyde. It was called Run Honey Run.
Yeah.
And I got back to him and I was like, I gave him a bunch of notes. And then like the next time I talked to him was like last month, and he'd already filmed Run Honey Run. Like it was already done. I was like, oh,
What?
yeah, like okay, I found an investor who shot it. Like, okay, fair enough. Well, screw me then. Who the hell needed my notes? I didn't make it. but anyway, so then Miles had, you know, like the idea that, so Miles wrote this movie idea in a cabin, which I presented to you guys.
Okay.
And I went back and said, all right, you know, here's some notes about that. And then like a few days later, Miles is like, I got an investor. All right, we're ready to roll on this thing. They want me to write it. All right, we're gonna start filming in November. And I'm like, okay, no.
How many rich ladies is he sleeping with?
I don't know. Anyway, so
I don't even know where he finds these people.
but anyway,
And
so,
clearly the answer is not enough. Good for Miles, but
Right.
wow.
yeah, but so I was like, okay, so then like, because initially I was like, okay, maybe like Adam, you know, because Adam's also a screenwriter. I'm like, Adam, maybe you can work with Miles's idea, but then Miles is like, I got an investor on my idea, and I've copyrighted it and stuff, and so I'm like, okay, Adam, that's Miles's idea. Give me something that's not Miles's idea. So this is not Miles's idea, but it is set in a cabin, and it is in the Old West, and there is a cult. All right. Okay. Thank you. All
There you
right.
go.
Where were we?
Log line.
Sorry, I asked.
Okay. So to make matters we're all right. As the pressure from the radical sect weigh on the couple, their loyalty to each other is tested and their lives are threatened. To make matters worse, Hazel's old outlaw crew materializes to exhume her past, and mutated beasts plague the surrounding wilderness. The chaos of all these violent factions clash, and a fiery, bloody climax wherein the cult decides someone important to Hazel and Caleb must take part in a ritual sacrifice. Logline, the Wild
It
West.
sounds like we don't need mutated beasts at all.
Do we want to go straight to notes? Or
I mean, is there much more than this?
yes, there's 4 pages.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, never mind.
All right. Anyway, we got logline. The Wild West was already dangerous, and then the monsters arrived. We got character. We got Hazel.
Can they see this?
Yeah, they can see this.
Oh,
Yeah.
just joking.
Got Hazel, haunted past, something searching desperately for a quiet life on the plains. Caleb, a family man who may or may not be prepared for a new life in the rugged West. Delilah, the leader of the extremist cult, a hyena smile and shark eyes. Henry, Delilah's husband and right hand. A sweet exterior distracts from his overwhelming strength. Rupert, the third to Delilah and Henry, his quiet intelligence makes him dangerous in the shadows. Bo, a charming behemoth, leader of Hazel's old outlaw gang. Butcher, her eyes leave none of her violent tendencies to the imagination. Lucky, the young buck of the gang, he could be anything but chose to be this. And the monster, a grotesque mass of flesh, limbs, and melting tissue, an affront to nature. What was that movie we watched, which was kind of Norwegian or something, but they were out in the woods and there was like a monster in the woods, I think, but it was
Norwegian? You mean the
it was like Midsummer, but not.
there was one that was like the child of Loki.
Something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the child of
Yeah.
Loki. Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
the monster was. I mean, you
The
could
ritual.
you
The
could
ritual.
make that movie without the monster, but the monster adds something.
I think it was
Yeah.
called The Ritual.
Yeah. All right. Cold open on a ritual. The cult performs a sacrifice. We see the monster for the first time rise from the ground. Smash cut to Act
showing
1.
the monster early.
Yeah.
All right. Act 1. Intro to Hazel and Caleb. They're weeks into their new home. Hazel notices a strange variation on vegetation growing in the yard. Caleb pops up out of the trapdoor and under a rug, surprises Hazel. Under the house is a wine cellar, dirty, dusty, not fancy, old, unmarked bottles. Caleb takes a sip of wine. Hazel opts not to. There's work to do. Just then, there's a knock at the door. Delilah, Henry, and Rupert are at the door with homemade bread. They welcome them to their new home. Conversation is a little strange, but they hint at wanting to be invited to dinner. They walk away, do something weird with plants. Only Hazel notices. Caleb and Hazel argue a bit about whether or not to invite them to dinner. Smash cut. Next day, the two shoot rifles together. Hazel outshoots Caleb. While Caleb is aiming, Hazel sees an abomination in the woods. Caleb's shot creates a jump scare. The abomination is gone. The scary three-member cults are already at the house when they walk back up. They have food with them. Caleb invites the three into the home without Hazel's approval. The five have dinner. Questions are asked. Too much information is given. Another knock at the door. Creepy cult twins called the Scary Three back to town. Another knock at the door. Creepy cult twins called the Scary Three back to town. Okay, urgently. There we go. We follow the cult as they approach a deserter. They sick an abomination on him. We cut between the cult murdering their
I thought the cult twins was the Scary Three. I was so confused how twins are three, but I get it now.
The cult is
maybe the abomination was inside the twins all along.
Could be. All right. So we intercut between the murder of a victim and Hazel and Caleb having sex. Act 2, shootout with characters we've never seen. A gang of outlaws. They're being shot at by a posse. They're able to escape. We follow them. Hazel and Caleb argue about going to dinner that the cult invited them to. Hazel eventually gives in. They go. The dinner, they present a weird mutant animal for them all to eat. It's strange and uncomfortable experience for Hazel. She feels alienated. Caleb insults Hazel in front of everyone. She's unsophisticated. They ride horses home in silence. Caleb tries to make it up to Hazel. He attempts to have sex with her. She turns him down. He angrily goes down to the wine cellar and drinks alone. Next day, she works on the ranch. She notices the weird plant has grown much bigger. She inspects it to see that in the middle of the flower is a human eyeball. It winks at her and then explodes as a bullet shoots through it. Hazel looks up to see the outlaws from earlier, her old crew. Her gun is out and ready. She's a gunslinger. They look at her with a smile. Two large men and it's a woman. Caleb isn't home. Hazel is forced to confront her past. Her old friends have found her. They make themselves at home immediately, make a mess of their abode. They joke about Hazel marrying a man with soft hands that can't shoot. Caleb comes home to find all these strangers strewn about his home. They tell him a story about Hazel's wilder days. He grows furious. They use good old-fashioned peer pressure to talk him into hunting with them. To make a man out of him, the outlaw men take Caleb on a night hunt while the women stray. The hunt is tumultuous. They drunkenly shoot multiple animals until they find a mutant. When they approach it, the cults surround them. One of the outlaws is killed by the cult, and one of the cult members is shot and killed in return. Act 3, the outlaws return with Caleb to the house. They fill in Hazel on what happened. They want to kill more of the cult. Caleb thinks it's their fault. The outlaws turn on Caleb. Hazel is stuck in the middle. She defends Caleb, but also can't believe he's siding with the cult. They argue. It results in guns drawn, a betrayal of trust. The cult shows up, ready to fulfill their sacrifice. There's a giant standoff inside the house. Nobody trusts anybody. They're all enemies to one another. A shootout. Hazel is able to kill a few cult members before she grabs Caleb and pulls him into the cellar. The two hide while the outlaws fight the cult. The outlaws are killed. The cult pull Caleb and Hazel out of the cellar. They're going to sacrifice Caleb. They've been grooming him the whole time. By sacrificing him, they'll raise an abomination. They can kill the stave-off winner and keep the crops growing. Whoever kills the sacrificial lamb will have their biddings enacted by the monster. Hazel decides to kill Caleb. This fulfills the prophecy. The abomination rises from the ground and is under Hazel's control. Then the bloodshed starts. Creatures versus monsters versus cult versus Hazel. Caleb breathes back to life. Caleb breathes back to life as his body cracks and melts into deformation. There seems to be a never-ending onslaught of cult members. Hazel and her monster rip them apart left and right.
Seems to be never-ending onslaught of supernatural elements.
There we go. Delilah is still alive, protected by her followers. Caleb sees what was wrong all the time. He never should have defended the cult. Rage builds within him. He rushes Delilah, picking her up over his head. He performs a suplex, breaking her back. He pulls her apart, ripping her down the middle in two halves. He throws each half in a different direction. He continues to transform, but he still looks like himself. Hazel and Caleb reunite. I'm a little curious.
Wait, what?
How does that
I don't know
sound?
how that happened. Okay.
Because he just
Like-
came back from the dead.
Hasn't one of them been bisected and the other's a horrifying abomination?
Yes,
Yes.
that is correct. Yes.
So we're gonna have like
And they're having twins.
so it's like it reminds me of like that scene from The Fly, from
Yeah.
like David Cronenberg's Fly,
Right.
where they kiss.
They walk out together while the monster continues to decimate followers. Hazel looks back at the creature. There's a twinkle of respect in their eyes for one another. Hazel and Caleb walk into the sunrise, still in love, as the formidable geyser of carnage continues in their wake. The end. So it's kind of a romance, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Monster fucking. Yeah.
Yes. I'm a little unclear how the romance works after he rips her in half. I would think that would be a deal breaker for a lot of people.
Caleb
But
also,
I like
he
that
also
Hazel.
melted and then like
Yeah.
Matt.
I mean, look, really, it's kind of like War of the Roses in the West with a cult and a monster. You know, these guys, they're young. They start off, they're in love. They learn about each other's dark sides and wicked pasts, and at the end, they end up together and in love. So
in a different form.
in a different form. I like it. What do you think, Dave?
It is a mess. it is a mess, but it certainly is entertaining. I will give it that. I understand that this is an outline, so I'm trying to imagine them being melted and torn apart and still alive.
Right.
So, also, I don't know what it is, but they kept saying kills a couple of cultists. There's only 3 of them, right?
I mean, towards the end,
Well, and there's
more,
the twins,
yes.
But
and
at the
there's the
end,
abomination,
There's a never-ending stream of cultists. It
Yeah.
says.
Yeah,
and
it's
there's
like-
the other cult of the former friends. They're doing their own cult thing.
I mean, they could have like, I really don't understand that line because the cult is 3 people until the end where there's a never-ending stream.
Yeah,
and I'm
there
like,
seems to be-
I don't know
I
what
remember
that
when
means.
you
Oh, I'm
first-
100% okay with all of that.
How many
Yeah.
cultists are there? There seems like there's 30.
Right.
So, because I could have sworn in
There's
the beginning
3
you said
up until
3.
the point where there's 30.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
All right.
there
All
we go.
right.
All
All
right.
right. Fine. I would like to have known that.
How long is this supposed to be? How long is this film supposed to be?
90 minutes.
I do not think this
90.
is a 90-minute film.
Really? Okay.
I am a little curious. Why does it seem like Act 3 is bigger than Act 2?
Yeah, that's a big problem.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Well, a lot of stuff happens.
yeah, a
so-
lot of, I mean, sure.
Not
I
much
mean-
happens in Act 2.
I mean, like, look, a lot Act 2 has like dinner, you know, like if you're having dinner, that's a fairly long scene. Whereas there's like a note in Act 3, he rips her in half. That's like a few seconds, you know.
Yeah.
He suplexes, breaks her back. That's a few seconds. So Act 3, first off, I don't know that acts need to be symmetric. In fact, I would say they don't.
They
need to.
shouldn't be. Yeah, they shouldn't be.
But anyway,
But he's narrating action.
right.
So, yeah, there's no dialogue in here. So you don't know how long
Right.
exactly these acts are.
Right.
Yeah, we don't know, but certainly Act 2 should be longer than Act 3, but it feels like Act 3 is maybe you could pull some of Act 3 into Act 2.
Well, I
And-
mean, again, this is, it's an outline, and there is no real rule on screenplay outlines, is there?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So,
I mean, there's
I
not
mean-
really a rule on screenplays for that matter, but
I mean, yeah, he clearly has spent more time thinking about what Act 3 is going to look like
right.
than he has in Act 1 and 2, and that shows.
Yes.
Mhm.
So I guess that's really all my comment was, is that he seems to have a better idea of how this is supposed to end, but not how he's supposed to get there.
Yes.
Yeah, I can see that.
I love
And-
this outline so
Huh?
much. This okay, if you're going for like trauma gonzo bullshit,
Yes.
this
Yeah.
is that.
This is
Okay,
that.
all
This
right.
is absolutely that.
There's a version of this that totally works and it's utterly insane.
Mhm.
I like that kind of movie. It's fun, it's unpredictable. It definitely wasn't written by Bashid. These
No.
are all
No, it
crazy
definitely was
decisions.
not.
These are all absolutely decisions a human being probably made for some reason, and that's what makes it exciting.
Mhm.
And I'm sure there's a version of synopsis that would make me pick this up off of the shelf at a video store and put it in my VCR.
That does make me want
What's a
to.
VCR,
And we
Danny?
would get in the
I
time
read
machine to do that. Yeah.
Of a video case,
Yeah.
this would absolutely be my midnight rent.
Right. Yeah.
So I'll be watching this with popcorn and barbecue.
You could put this in a double feature with something like Jesus Shows You the Way to the Highway, and everyone's having a great night.
Like hobo with a shotgun. That with this.
Yeah.
So
So
everybody.
there is theoretically a there.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not sure where we were.
We were criticizing the complete lack of plot.
yes.
Okay. Sure.
You were praising the complete lack of.
I just figured I'd say something nice before I got on to constructives.
Okay. Has John, do you have any other nice things?
It's got some really interesting ideas.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean it's got some interesting ideas.
Robert.
It's got some interesting ideas.
I mean, and that's a good
in
thing.
fact,
It really
there's
is.
tons of them. None of I think when it's written, there would be difficulty in putting it all together, but otherwise, there's a lot to work with, and I'll stop there.
All right. Erwin, have you already given all the positives?
There's some tension between Hazel and Caleb,
Absolutely.
and
Yeah.
there is this this sort of unspoken sort of conflict for Hazel, who has married a man who is not in her tradition, so to speak, in her sort of subculture that she kind of became a woman as, and that's interesting. Yeah, that's interesting to me. Yeah, that conflict.
So, yeah. I mean, all right. When we look at Rosemary's Baby, right? The husband is a member of the cult. It's you. I wouldn't really look at that movie as about a husband and wife, as it's about a woman and the cult that is
Yeah.
preying upon her,
Yes.
and the husband is just part of the cult.
Yeah. I
it-
give you my wife so I
Right.
can
Yeah,
be successful
yeah,
in my
right.
my-
The husband made his deal with the cult. He is
Yeah.
now a cultist. He's
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
And at the end, the wife kind of joins the cult, but she spits on the husband and like, bah, like
Yeah.
that's
I hate you.
that's
but
all she.
this-
I hate you. You know,
But
yeah.
I have now like
Yes, but I'm going to raise our demon child.
Yeah.
In Midsummer, which is another story, which is kind of about a couple. It's about a couple,
sort of.
sort of. Like there's a couple, there's a cult,
Yeah.
and kind of here, like there's is who is the us and who is the them?
Mhm.
Because it should be you and me against the world, so it should be you and me against the cult. But as we see in this story, and it happens in mid-story, like
They end up joining the cult.
yeah, they end up joining the cult, or at least in this case, Hazel, who previously was who previously was in the Outlaws. Hazel was a joiner, I guess. She was in the Outlaws. She joined up with Caleb to become a romantic couple, and now she joined up with a cult to become the keeper of the abomination. Whatever, if you're offering Hazel an opportunity to join, she's ready. And I guess that's like the tension. All right. and then we got Caleb. I feel like the conflict of the couple needs to be a bit more at the front and center because to me it really is about who's the us and who's the them. And I mean, at the end,
I think Caleb definitely joins the cult because he then is resurrected. I don't even know if he's actually really Caleb by that point.
They said he was groomed. He was groomed for the thing.
yes, he was groomed by them.
Yeah.
I don't exactly know how.
The
The story's a little light on that.
Well, they brushed his hair, obviously.
Yeah. So yeah, I would want. I guess I would say we don't need as many effect shots and combat shots and stuff. I love them. I want there to be more of an understanding of the couple and their desire to rely on each other instead of, to defend each other against outside threats. And I don't know. What do you think, Guy?
I do feel like I'm at loss of attention because it just seems like stuff just happens and they're there.
Mhm.
I would like it to be more character driven,
Mhm.
rather than hey, the cult does this and they kind of react to it, rather than being reactive,
Right.
being something like I'd like to see them resist.
Yeah.
I'd like to see them fight against them, as
Right.
you described it, and then lose.
Yeah.
And
Be-
possibly lose or
yeah.
just join them or
Yeah.
like be reconciled like, well, we died, we got torn apart,
Right.
and now we're this, so we can't go back to the real world. Or you can just be their own selves and just say fuck the world and the cult, and
Yeah.
we're just gonna go on
Yeah,
our own.
I don't understand what
We're
the
monsters now.
temptation to join the cult is.
Yeah, I just see them more like we're now monsters.
The cult is clearly bad people
Yeah.
doing bad things, right?
but they're now monsters.
But are they though?
of the cult.
I mean, how are
I
they?
mean, what did they do? What in this outline? What did the cult do that was bad?
They
They
summoned-
sacrifice someone and then make a horrible abomination.
yeah,
That was the first. That was the cold open.
Literally scene one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I forgot about that because
well,
of
but
the-
also there's like a thing in scene 2 where they're like Caleb and Hazel are having sex, and we're intercutting with the cult sacrificing someone to an abomination. So this is something they do routinely. They routinely
okay.
are sacrificing people to an abomination, which is often seen as antisocial.
Okay, I got you. I kind of lost that in Act 3 with all the craziness. If I did one other thing that kind of jumped out at me, and there's a lot of women in positions of power in this story,
Yes,
and that's very, very modern tropey,
sure.
which wouldn't exactly go in a period piece.
All right, you
Assuming
want it to
this-
be a bit more patriarchal?
No, John wants to be more modern.
All right.
I guess it depends on your level of realism you're going for.
I mean, look, we could
There's
set
an
this modern day.
abomination.
I mean,
How realistic do
yeah.
you want it?
There's nothing stopping it from being set modern day, and at a
Honestly, yeah, there's
Yeah,
just nothing
yeah.
stopping
I mean,
it.
we don't have to set it in the old West. We could set it.
Outlaws riding horses. I mean, I guess they could do all that in modern day.
But
Put 'em in a
people
car.
don't ride horses today, John.
Yeah, or for that matter, just substitute horses for cars or
Or
something.
motorcycles.
Or motorcycles.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah, I think, if this was made in this, I don't know, the 60s or 70s or something like that,
Roger Corman.
Yeah.
I think, I think, it would be there would be a bit of a critique of the sort of macho sort of gang culture, right?
Right.
That would make it kind of interesting back then.
Okay.
But it is 2025, and yeah, we've already critiqued that sort of, this guy's soft kind of attitude. But we are seeing a lot more cults
Yes.
in our nation now.
Yeah, well, I want to say, like, going back to positives, the idea that I'm worried about my weird neighbors and their desire to sacrifice me. Yeah, that feels like a modern fear. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, and I think possibly a drawing parallels to our modern cults would be interesting, and they're um, very very countercultural, like very countercultural beliefs. I mean, the counterculture when I was going to school, we were part of a normal
Yeah.
counterculture that made sense.
Yeah.
um,
The rebels
But
of
yes.
yesteryear seem absolutely quaint. In
Yeah.
fact, they seem like patriarchal, authoritarian racists by like modern standards. So
Well, but was it also the countercultural actually countercultural?
I don't know
and-
what that question's supposed to mean, John.
Well, a lot of the people that are countercultural have like giant mega international corporations backing them.
Now
I
we're
mean,
talking
like,
about
being-
modern. Erwin was saying back in my day when I was growing up, like the punks in the corner.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like back then, yes, it was,
Yeah, the Moonies.
Yeah.
countercultural. Like being gay in the 70s was countercultural. It's
Yeah.
not countercultural today
No.
when every giant corporation puts a rainbow flag on their Twitter page in June.
Well, yes, but we're trying to come back to our story here. So I was just saying that, yeah, I feel like it's dealing with, I think, real fears we all have. So that part is good. And trying to give like some constructives for how to guide. Hey, I like the good part. It just,
For me,
yeah,
I tend to like this as they are now monsters that Hazel and Caleb are now reborn as monsters, as abominations, and like, why do we need the cult and why do we need you? So they're going to go off and do their own little thing.
right.
So I kind of see this, I guess, is like a little bit Lovecraftian,
Sure.
where they just like, you are an ant.
Right.
I am a god. So there is no, once I use you, I have no further use of you.
What
So-
if Caleb was a Christian?
Not gonna make
If Caleb was a Christian.
Well,
Like a
I mean,
priest?
because we never have a pushback of this is wrong, those people are wrong, that's evil.
You're looking for a moral structure?
Well, all right, even in Rosemary's Baby, like Rosemary is a Catholic, she understands what evil is, she's trying to avoid it, she wants to do good,
She has a lot of guilt.
she has a lot of guilt.
She has survivor's guilt.
Yeah.
That's it.
Whereas Hazel and Caleb, Hazel, she's from an outlaw gang. She's probably killed people. Like, I don't think she has like a moral structure. Like, she's down to join whatever and kill whoever. That's
So-
my read on Hazel.
You want to be aware of the boundaries that exist that these people have either crossed or won't cross.
Right. Yes.
What I'm
Okay, well, that's
interested-
Caleb and Hazel. That's
Yeah, I think that would be interesting for them to have a stronger set of moral structures.
well,
to
just a
present.
pronounced one.
And maybe
Obviously not strong.
gang because she did kill someone.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and then just goes like, I quit.
And
I'm
then
done.
found Caleb and seek to repent from being evil.
Yeah.
Right. So they still have some sort of structure. What I'm interested is in today.
Yeah.
Today, and I feel like I've been encountering this recently. Is that it's people who have morals or moral structures that I cannot understand.
Which is the cult in this case.
Right. Exactly. I think if that were the theme of the story, that would be interesting in today's context.
Okay.
Like,
Well, that again is why I'm like, well, wouldn't it be better than if Caleb was a Christian? Because now we have a conflict of ideologies and morals, and going
Right.
back. Yeah.
and some of the audience would, of course, set the Christian sets of belief at the quote unquote other end of the spectrum.
Right.
Where-
I
where-
understand that there are plenty of people who would be cheering for the cult, and that's fine.
Right. Exactly. But I'm really interested in the cult having a nonsensical belief system, which is what it's kind of like. Back then, I just remember, I wonder what it was like reading Kafka when Kafka was first published, or not published. Rather, a lot of his work was not published.
It was like their everyday life.
Well, part of it is also like, I think of this and I wonder, like, okay, if this is the Wild West at the time there were cults,
Yes.
like with Aleister Crowley,
Absolutely.
bringing in like because of this discovery of
Yeah.
the mummies in Egypt,
And there
and
was,
they mixed like Christian mysticism with
Right.
Egyptology
Mhm.
and Egyptian mythology, or really their version of it, not that they had a real good idea of what it was. So it was just kind of like their perception of what Egypt was.
and
So-
also
and
like
then they-
late 1800s
Yeah.
was definitely, there was a lot of belief that the end of the world was right around the corner.
Yeah.
That still happened just 5 days ago, the rapture.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, yes,
Which,
but
as you recall, absolutely happened 5 days ago.
right. But I'm saying, like, at the time, like the Baptists were very
Yeah.
like, you know,
Yeah.
the rapture is going to happen, Jesus is going to come, the end of the world is nigh. So you know, that message was out there. But I also want to say, like, the counter Aleister Crowley messages
Yes.
were probably also playing into, and the world's about to end, you know.
Well, the thing is that from like I find Aleister Crowley just a fascinating character
Yeah.
study, but the thing is that he wasn't really doing anything different
Mhm.
before the cult.
Right.
It's just an excuse to do the behaviors and all the orgies that he wishes,
Yes.
and he just had an excuse to do it.
Yeah.
So he just kind of like stuck a name on it, made a cult. It's like, hey, you want to join my orgy? Awesome.
My sex magic.
Yeah,
cult.
you want to join my sex magic
All
cult?
right. So can
Sure
we
thing,
pause the
dude.
sex magic orgy thing for a second? I think I have like a note about this actual story that we were confronted with.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, so obviously it has an overabundance of ideas.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
To film this sanely, I think the best thing to do would be to put one page from this synopsis on each of 4 different dartboards, throw darts at it, and just pick those 4 plot points. Because I think most of these plot points could, in fact, sustain a feature film.
Sure.
So the ideas are pretty good. The other is,
Yeah, it does.
as written, I can think of only one man to direct this, and it's Molby, and only if his assistant director is cocaine.
Hey.
Is cocaine.
All right.
Wow.
Because there's a certain level of madness required to pull this kind of thing off.
Yeah.
And frankly, I think Adam's too sensible to work with someone like that.
Okay.
Like, you need someone utterly batshit to like really have a vision for this.
It's a brain dump. It's
No,
a
like
brain
there's
dump.
a certain kind of dumb where you need to be like really brilliant or really, really dumb to execute that. You know what I mean?
There's only one director I can think of that could do this. Ken Russell.
There you go.
The,
Okay.
my one of my arch enemies, and strangely it's like I
Like,
only
there's
like
people
one
who could do this. Just like I have no idea. Like you need like someone like Moldy, who will utterly believe in every
maybe
line item of this wish list.
and maybe David Lynch.
All right.
So yeah, like barring the lack of an emotional core, like the cult is a fine story. The
Yeah.
abomination is a fine story. The weird plant thing that doesn't go anywhere is a fine story.
Yeah, that's a
The
weird.
gangster cult is a fine story.
Yeah.
The people just having weird neighbors is actually a pretty good story on its own. And so, you know, if you really want to have something supernatural in there, put a couple of those together. You're probably doing fine.
Right.
It's a long way off from being a script. It's a
Yeah.
long way off from being an accessible story. There's a lot of ideas. As I said, it's a brain dump. To further what Danny said, they pick a couple and then and expand them into a story. I'm not sure what's stronger.
Two abominations move into a neighborhood in an old Wild West. The local cultists plant a weird flower, and they investigate while fending off bandits. Bam,
And-
that's a story.
Yeah, not this one. And
Like the Addams Family, basically.
well,
Abomination. Yeah.
I like the Addams Family. Okay,
I
they're
love the Addams Family.
they're good people.
Wait, do people dislike the Addams Family?
Well, nobody would like these guys. I found a lot of things wrong with what I think were the setups throughout the whole thing. which is another word for that would be motivation. Like, why would they risk? Why would they do this? Why did they have the shooting match? I mean, just strange activities going on. When I first read I read this the other day, and my thought was, well, pick a couple and don't have any dialogue whatsoever. Just make it all visuals and just let the craziness go. Because they're not really communicating anything. What would they say to each other? Nothing, just have all the crazy activity go on and make it just a wild gonzo film. That would be the only solution I see for this. And otherwise, I'd say go back to the drawing board, get a pair of scissors, cut out the 4 or 5 strips that work, and paste it onto a piece of paper and start over. And that may be a little harsh, but that's how I feel.
Okay.
Chaos gets boring really fast.
Okay.
Out of story, yeah.
Okay, you need to go watch Jesus Shows You the Way to the Highway.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we have some art for Chic Baby 2. I don't know if you took our notes on the script, but I guess we're about to find out.
I'm gonna guess no.
I think it was already halfway in production when he brought the script
I
to
know.
Yeah. Why did he bring the script to us then?
I know. Why did you need notes?
I mean, this is like Rutger, isn't it? Or someone else?
No, this is Xander.
Xander.
Oh, right, the guy who does
Chic Baby.
La Vigilante.
Mask with the Pussy.
La Vigilante, yes.
Yeah, that one.
Love is a gelate? What?
La Vigilante.
La Vigilante.
Oh, La Vigilante.
And I think he's also the one who
Which
did.
is apparently not about a transsexual vigilante.
No.
And so he already made a movie called La Vigilante, or is this a show or something? Or
it's a script he keeps sharing with us.
He wrote a comic script.
Oh, okay. All right.
In terms of the art,
you want to share your screen so we can see it?
Oh, right. Okay. Let me go ahead and do that.
John,
I'm not used to this part. Okay. In terms of the art, I don't understand why this woman has 2 heads.
Better than one?
I mean, I guess, but
she looks like a normal human baby.
He doesn't even have 2 necks.
Maybe it's meant to be an action image, like she says one thing, then turns her head and says the other. But
Oh, is it? Oh, you're okay. So that's supposed to be a speed line right there.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So she doesn't have 2 heads.
I don't see why it's necessary to do that.
I don't think that's necessary.
She's not looking like one direction to the other. She's facing the same
right.
direction.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Why don't we just give her 1 head? And yeah.
She's not facing like.
You do realize that this level
you just
of
don't get
production,
it. That's why you're not art directing this.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is odd art. It looks weird to me.
It does. Yes, I concur.
Look, Robert, you're only saying that because it looks like it was drawn in MS Paint.
Yeah, like
MS Paint.
Like this guy. I don't know.
That is the same
guy.
2 panels.
Yeah, well, no, there's little yellow things, so it's not the same.
Well, the guy is the same.
He's got a little I see a triangle over his nose. Oh no, that's his cursor. Okay. Yep, it's the same.
It's actually just a copy paste job with
no, the eye's different.
elements.
Look at that. This is like those contests where you have to spot the differences. His eye is different.
Well, there you go. You nailed it.
Okay.
All right, and then we got.
Okay. All right.
Ooh,
So wait. So.
That's where the balloon's going to. He's literally
scroll all the way back to the top. This car just changed size. That's the size of it, right?
Yeah.
Now go to the bottom. All of that's supposed to be inside that car.
Yes.
What? Really?
Cool.
Yes.
So
yes.
It's an airline. What is that?
This is like bottom panel suggests they're in an A-class RV.
Yeah.
And the top panel suggests they're in a limousine.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a little too spacious.
Yes.
Okay.
It is TARDIS-y, yes.
Yeah, it's very TARDIS-y.
All right. So then we got these 2 are talking. I mean, that seems okay, right?
I'm trying to figure out why the art is so realistic. Like, I mean, I know why, but I mean, that's a weird decision for a book called Chic Baby. Like, wouldn't you want a cartoonist who can like draw cartoony cartoons?
They are very cartoony cartoons. I don't get what you're.
They're slightly.
Yeah,
cartoon
they looks like a
cartoons.
cartoon to me.
Not a lot of caricature in this.
He's talking about like expressions are very, not very.
You mean like give her like big eyes and a small mouth?
No, I'm
No.
talking about like they have like very dull.
All the expressions are semi-neutral. Everyone's just sort of standing around.
Yeah.
They're not very expressive. Like not even their bodies are expressive.
Well, the butler is very butlery, so he's very
Yeah,
prim
that's
and
true.
proper.
But the thing is that Chic Baby, I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. Well, outside of that, I mean, we have.
I mean, they're all dancing around like.
They are.
So I mean, I don't know. I think it works. It's a comic book for children.
All right. They've arrived. So we get here. Here we are at the Chic Triathlon.
See, now the car looks like an actual possible car, but I'm pretty sure the license plate moved over like 3 feet.
There we go. We got like I haven't seen.
He's got 2 heads too.
He does have 2 heads.
And then he's calling the
Oh.
bird. Yeah, there's just
And then there's
the
another
little,
head lying
yeah.
on the ground.
Absolutely no reason for this head turn.
Yeah.
You could
Like,
shout
Yeah,
that
he's
dialogue.
calling for the falcon.
Well, why is there a disembodied floating head screaming llamas in the corner?
I don't know. I was wondering that myself. Llamas. Yes, there's a disembodied.
Okay, but who cut her head off?
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
it is obviously in the Middle East, so that's women without their.
It could be. I don't know. Anyway.
Oh, what? So it's normal for Arabs to have multiple heads, but
Maybe that's why they keep chopping them off.
Could be. And then Vicky shows up.
Hong Kong.
I guess one of these is Vicky. Or maybe
No, Vicky's the baby.
Vicky's the baby with the frog head.
Yes, I think the other one is Vicky's caretakers.
Yes. All dressed in pink. And then someone comes in with like a plane or something.
Is
see,
that
that's an expressive character on panel 1. More of that, please.
Yeah.
that's better.
And then does that actually fly? Bang. There's, I guess, a race or something. And they're so I think that's Vicky because she's got a green hat on. And I guess this is Chic Baby. I don't know if they're in the same car together, but whatever. I'm just looking at the artwork. All right, so here they're racing, and I got to say it's kind of an interesting choice that we're just observing the observers who are watching a race, as opposed to really following
The actual cars.
the actual cars.
Mm-hmm.
Though I think that was a comment that we gave when we read the script,
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
if I recall.
you
I
can
think
see
that-
you can see how good our notes were, and how they were utilized, or not in this case.
Or what you can see is that when we referenced that the script focused a lot on the viewers,
Yes.
the artwork is also doing the same thing.
Yes.
There's a lot of two-headed people. I'm confused.
Yeah, this woman is maintaining her 2 heads, which I like, and she's not
Yeah,
even
no,
talking.
continuity is always good. Speaking of continuity, there's some Arabic in what's that, like panel 6 that isn't
Yeah.
subtitled, but most of the rest of the Arabic is.
Now, I think this is actually 2 separate women here. These are 2 separate women.
Yeah, one's in sunglasses.
Yes. And they just happen to hold their heads together. This artist I
Well,
noticed.
that's why there's continuity.
Yeah. This artist I noticed just likes drawing 2 heads side by side. Like it's like the artist's thing. They like that. Which is I would like it if they didn't do that, because then I would have more separation
I
between.
guess it's possible the colorist forgot to change the opacity on the second head to make it look like an after image.
No, I think
No.
it's 2 separate people.
Oh, I mean, in
think-
this case, yes, but in the 4 other cases.
Yes. Yeah, could be.
Oh, it is 2 separate people. There you go.
People who are watching, I guess this is Chic Baby or something, who's going down the rapids and he's
Hey,
flying.
that's a good panel.
There we go.
With
Yeah.
the flying duck
Flying duck.
and the expressive characters.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's a
Oh,
two-headed
the
child.
goat looks great.
Yeah.
The goat
back.
does look great.
We're back to two heads again. And he's riding the goat, and I guess Vicky has a dune buggy, and so the dune buggy wins, and Vicky wins.
This is the triathlon, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And then there's Chic Baby riding in on a falcon.
Go,
He's
The
riding.
exact same image of Pink Baby riding it on the Falcon,
go, Frodo.
and over a picture of something.
Yes. Yes. This looks like it does look like he's
Inlet.
Oh,
flying.
that's what he's thinking about.
Those inlets.
Yeah. And then Chic Baby gets dropped off by the Falcon, and conversations ensue, and you know,
Is
Okay,
that
that
woman?
looks like there's- Yeah.
What is that string attached to?
Where's she putting that stick?
this no, I'm gonna see. Look, there's
No,
rope.
hold on. There's a
Oh, it's rope.
with the
Oh,
previous
okay.
panel. It's
Oh.
fine.
Okay.
There's rope right there. So yeah.
Well,
I thought
in the previous
Irwin got
panel,
a
you
hold
see
of
the
the
rope
script,
being
so-
attached, so it's not that bad. But
Yeah.
it looks sus anyways.
It does look a bit sus, yes.
Now,
Anyway,
why would you have the rope going over the top of the animal's hind leg and coming off?
Well, then it would be really clear she wasn't actually like holding on to a stick up a goat's butt.
exactly.
But
Yeah.
that's not the actual art that we're actually seeing in front of us.
Yeah.
That is true.
Anyway, all right. So that's the art for Chic Baby 2.
It's
It's cute. I think it's cute.
It's
I
cute.
think it's for children. I think it's passable for children.
Yes.
I have seen uglier saleable comics.
Wow. You really stretched for that one, Danny.
All
Okay,
right.
okay. I'll say nice shit. Let's go. All right.
Yeah.
So your illustrator is like pretty good at anatomy. Nobody like really blown out of proportion. The action was actually reasonably clear. And there was mostly room for the novel's worth of dialogue that was attached to it. And the two protagonists, Chic Baby and Other Baby, were pretty expressive the whole time and did some interesting stuff that was drawn pretty well. So you give us a premise and the art sells us the premise.
There you go.
Yeah, I think it's the story's there. I do think it's aimed at children. I agree, and that it would read well with them. And I can fold in the constructive with it. I think some of the images just need to be addressed and corrected a little bit. So and that sums it up. It's done. That's the problem.
Well, I'll give my constructive then, just to
I
facilitate
think
this, which is you've already got the art. Now is a great time to change your dialogue, streamline it, and actually tell a story based on the art that you've got.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I've got my moments.
I think it does look like it's for children,
Yes.
but I think today, especially, there are a lot of adult children
Yes.
in their 20s and 30s and possibly
Yep.
40s.
So I think it's a big market, really.
Yeah, I mean, you've got adults who really like to dress up like animals, or
I mean, look at My Little Pony, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
we got
So-
My Little Bronies and stuff.
Yeah, the bronies and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, so, but yeah, I think it may work for those people. Yeah, so
So
Mhm.
I want to actually disagree with Erwin on that, because while I say it looks fine for children, I feel like there's nothing in it for those children when they grow up to still remember or have any fondness. Like, for those of us that like they talk about like what Saturday morning cartoons was for those of us that grew up in the 80s and the 90s, and like some of those cartoons that even though they were for children, they still had morals and sophisticated stories and
Mhm.
You know, there's a reason why people my age, like in their 40s, will still go back and rewatch Transformers cartoons from the 80s and the 90s. You know, because they kind of and they stick with us. I don't see this having that same sticking power. I think it's cute. I think it'll be, it'll entertain children, but that's where I kind of feel like I feel like that's where it's going to kind of fall apart, is that I just don't see that kind of sticking power
I
with.
see this a lot like Teletubbies for some odd reason.
Yes, exactly.
It's kind of like it's cute, but I don't see staying power, and I don't see
Right.
it being memorable or long lasting. I
Mhm.
don't know a lot of people who like still love Teletubbies as like even once they get out of like age 4. So and then there's no love for the Teletubbies after that because it's just not memorable. There's nothing there. There was no substance.
Right.
However, I still have huge memories of Sesame Street and Mr. Peppermint and uh, even like bizarrely like very super childish cartoons like Two Stupid Dogs. So uh, and even Sagwa, man, Sagwa was good. So and I just recently was rewatching The Real Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Like literally 2 days ago. So and those stories still hold up after all this time. Now, I have also seen shows where they don't hold up after rewatching it as an adult.
Sure.
But that happens. So, like your Buck Rogers.
Buck Rogers is timeless.
Shut up. It's not. Like Buck Rogers, which is Preston's one that we've been rewatching, and some of those episodes are awful.
But Pamela Hensley is amazing.
It's so awful. Oh my gosh. So.
All right. Go ahead. Any more notes before we go into the Draco script?
Oh my gosh. He actually wrote one?
We don't know. It's always.
Well, we'll find out.
That depends on how you define wrote, Diane.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like wrote.
I mean, I don't know.
We know he at least
submitted one.
Yes, he wrote at least a prompt.
He turned one in.
Okay.
All right, John, you are our resident Chat GPT expert. Why don't you take this?
Oh
on?
gosh.
You got to share your screen, dude.
Oh, sorry. There you go.
Eventually, Preston will figure out the format.
Yeah.
All right, page 1, 5 panels. Oh, so it's a comic script. Okay.
It is a comic script.
Which ChatGPT can't do. So there is at least some editing here. All right.
Go.
Panel 1. Wide shot of a harsh prison environment, concrete walls, barred windows, menacing shadows loom as Gabriel Cross sits on a bunk, staring blankly at the cement wall. In caption, in the depths of despair, shadows linger.
That's cool. I would like a description for Gabriel Cross.
Panel 2, close on Gabriel's face, weary and haunted. There's your description.
Another day in hell.
Panel 3, flashback vignette. Gabriel in vignette. Gabriel in military fatigue stands proud, receiving an award. Bright light from outside, where I don't know, illuminates his face, contrasting with his current state. Caption, once I was a hero. Panel 4, back in prison, 2 stern military officers stand by the cell door, arms crossed, their silhouette harsh against the stark environment.
Cross, you're needed.
Panel 5, a medium shot of Gabriel's startled expression, hope mixed with suspicion.
Needed for what?
Page 2, 5 panels. Panel 1, the officers exchange glances. The atmosphere tense. The prison bars loom larger in the frame.
To
To
lead
lead-
Delta Squad against the wretches.
Panel 2, close up on Gabriel's eyes, a flicker of recognition and fear.
Delta Squad?
Panel 3, the officers lean closer, urgency in their posture.
You're our best chance. Eden Prime is on the brink.
Oh.
Panel 4, Gabriel's hands clenched tightly, wrestling with the weight of his past.
I can't.
Panel 5, wide shot of the officers leaving the cell, leaving behind a conflicted Gabriel.
We're offering you redemption, Gabriel. Don't waste it.
I just want to point out, Danny, there are people talking to each other.
Not on the same panel.
Panel-
I'm still not seeing
Panel-
dialogue. I'm seeing bits of monologue. This is normal Draco script writing.
All right.
Panel 3, page 3, panel 1, cut to a war room. How do we cut in a comic? Come on, dude.
Yeah.
Monitors display chaotic scenes of destruction. Military personnel are gathered, working urgently. Caption, Eden Prime, the last bastion of hope. Panel 2, Gabriel enters looking as disheveled as ever. Why is he there? He said no. He stands awkwardly before the gathered squad members. Caption, here I will either rise or fall. Panel 3, focus on Mira Tanaka. Tanaka, a bright-eyed engineer adjusting equipment, glancing up at Gabriel with curiosity.
Go, Asian woman.
I mean,
You're talking-
honestly,
it's
it's
in
actually
Japan.
kind of funny how often these scripts have a token Asian woman.
And I just happen to be the token Asian
Yeah,
woman here.
I mean,
All right.
you know,
You're
good
Well,
cross.
thing
well,
is
until I
the
start
script isn't
dating
getting
again.
Work.
We'll see about that.
Yeah.
You're cross, right? The war hero?
Panel 4, close-up of Gabriel's frown as he brushes past her, not wanting the praise.
Hero? Not anymore.
Why is there a close up in the middle of a best of medium shot?
I don't know.
Oh.
Panel 5, group shot of Kane, Raven, Matthews looking skeptical, arms crossed, as Anya Reed watching with concern.
I like these people to have descriptions.
That is their descriptions. Arms crossed. Wait, is arms crossed a person? I guess his name is Arms.
Maybe.
His name is Arms.
Well, his mother
Yeah,
named
that
him
does-
Arms. You got a problem with that?
Yes.
That is a name, isn't it? Arms crossed.
What makes you think you can lead us?
Page 4, panel 1. Gabriel stands in front of a tattered map of Eden Prime, pointing to the besieged areas.
Because we don't have a choice. The wretches are closing in. Well, he's all in now.
He is.
Yeah, I'd like to know. I would have liked to have seen would have liked to have seen the scene where he changed
No,
his
John.
mind.
Characters
what
making
changed his mind?
decisions is not dramatic or interesting ever.
Panel 2. Anya steps forward, a soft
How many
but
characters are there?
strong look in her eyes. Oh, we have remember Arms. Don't forget about him.
Yeah.
Arms is a character, yeah.
All right, Anya.
We need to trust each other or we won't make it.
Panel 3. Rex.
And another
a
one.
Former wretch stands. We don't even know what the frick a wretch is, but he used to be one.
Yeah.
Stands apart, conflicted. His human and wretch features. Oh, so they're not human. Wow. Okay. Are visibly at odds.
I would
So
like.
it's
What
like
do they
Vulcan?
see when they look at me? That's a good question, Rex.
I don't
Hey,
know what
author,
they see when we
in the
look at
panel
Rex.
description,
I
tell
wish
That's a
us
they would
song.
tell
what
me.
we
That is
see
that's a
when
Taylor
we look
Swift
at
song.
him.
You
Yeah.
know, I'm telling you, you get
Yeah.
Taylor Swift to do the soundtrack for the
go.
comic.
Panel 4. Back to Gabriel. You don't go back to Gabriel in a comic. Determination visible with his demeanor. He makes eye contact with each squad member. How?
That's impressive in a single panel.
We have to confront our fears together.
Panel 5. The squad members exchange hesitant glances
Oh,
The
yeah,
atmosphere charged with tension and uncertainty.
absolutely.
Draw that.
But trust is hard to earn. Page 5, panel 1. Cut to outside
Keep
as
cutting.
this is a ChatGPT screenplay edited into a comic. That's
Yep.
that's going to be what
Probably by ChatGPT.
possibly. I've tried having it do comic scripts. It doesn't do it very well.
All right.
It doesn't do a lot of things very well. But anyway,
Do we want to
tension
keep going?
hangs
All
in
right.
the air like a storm.
Draw that.
Rex, yeah, exactly. Draw that. Rex stands off to the side, observing.
Let's check our weapons. We can't afford mistakes.
We
Panel
have a
2.
character speaking, but not a character in our description. Just pointing that
Nope,
out.
just someone off panel.
Yeah.
Panel 2. Kane approaches Rex warily. The mistrust is palpable.
Draw that.
What do you even bring to the table, wretch?
Panel
So-
3. Rex looks hurt, but tries to assert himself, fist clenching.
I know how they think.
Panel 4. Close up on Kane, wrestling with his emotions as old memories creep in.
You're not one of them anymore, Rex.
Hey, remember
Panel-
when this was about a guy in prison being really miserable?
Panel 5. Gabriel overhears a frown on his face, feeling
Overhere's
the
a
burden
frown.
of-
What is he?
Over
he has
here.
a frown on his
Overhears.
face,
No, Gabriel over
Oh,
here.
got it. Got it.
Frown
I see.
on his face.
See, you're
feeling the
confused 'cause it
burden of
translates verb
leadership
body
heavy
as a
on
very
him.
direct object.
Draw, feeling the burden of leadership heavy on him. Distrust can be a blade that cuts deeper.
Why is the
Page-
narrator saying this cryptic bullshit?
I don't know why.
Page 6, panel 1. The squad boards their war-torn vehicle, the Phoenix, with a resounding boom. If the Phoenix doesn't like explode into fire and ash, it's incorrectly named. Dust and debris swirl around them.
We move out. Stay sharp.
Generically
How does the
military
squad board
dialogue
a
is
ship
very
with
generic.
a boom?
Where's the sentient tank? I want a sentient
I think
tank.
the Phoenix is because where did the boom come from? Or wait, maybe it's like a boom, like a telescoping lifting device.
like a sound boom.
No, like a cherry picker.
Oh.
Panel 2,
No.
inside the vehicle, quick shots of each. How could? Oh my god! Quick shots of each character gearing up and nervously checking the window. You can't do that in a comic.
Also, how is that a single panel? That sounds like multiple panels.
Quick shots of each.
Gather yourself, John.
Go, Mira.
Let's show them what we got in multiple panels. So,
Panel 305, close on Gabriel's face, setting his jaw with determination. Did his jaw get dislocated? Mixed emotion battling within him.
This is it.
Panel 4, outside, the Phoenix drives into the devastated streets of Eden Prime, a city aflame in the distance.
Oh, vroom.
Room.
Vroom,
Panel
vroom.
5, wide shot of the destruction, burning buildings, fleeing civilians. It's chaos. Eden Prime is teetering on the edge. Page 7, panel 1. The vehicle stops abruptly. The squad peers ahead, tension building. Shadows move in the debris. The wretches are near.
Go.
what was that?
Panel 2, close-up of Rex's face, sensing the familiar fear from his past.
They're coming.
Hey, that was my line.
Oh,
Panel 3.
They're coming.
Panel 3. Glimpses of the wretches emerging from the shadows, grotesque and monstrous, eyes glowing, sharp teeth bared.
Bear.
Snarl.
1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Panel 4, wide shot of the squad, now unified. You know what would be really, really interesting and could create drama is if they're not unified.
Yes.
Aiming
No,
their
it wouldn't.
weapons.
Characters disagreeing with stuff isn't dramatic at all, famously, and that's why no one ever does it in movies.
Yes.
Aiming their weapons, resolve beginning to build.
Hold your fire until I say so.
Panel 5, close up on Kane. Finally resolved through gritted teeth.
How would you draw him being finally resolved?
I
Ready
don't know what
when
it
you
means.
are.
Page 8, panel 1. As the wretches charge, chaos erupts. The squad opens fire, bullets flying and dust exploding. Blam, blam, blam. Panel 2, flash of gunfire lights up the darkness, showing soldiers bravely defending their positions.
Keep them off me! I'm patching the Phoenix.
What's the Phoenix?
It's the
The
vehicle they
car.
drove in on, but I didn't know that the Phoenix got damaged.
It didn't get. When did it get damaged?
I don't know, but apparently it got
Between
damaged.
panels?
In the parking lot, I'm sure. It was in the parking.
Somebody
Maybe
digging
it
with
had
their
a really,
shopping
really
cart.
rough night with the Ascension tank last night, and
Ooh.
Ooh,
Well-
Phoenix. Now, see, that's a comic I would buy.
all I'm just
Ascension
saying is
tank and-
Phoenix
and
got
Phoenix.
fast, and she loved it.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, when
Yeah,
she's-
yeah.
when she saw that cannon.
Yeah, that cannon putting its barrel in places, that Phoenix will not forget.
Yeah.
Panel 3, Anya covers Mira as she works, her eyes fierce with determination.
Focus, Mira. We need that vehicle operational.
When did it break?
I don't know when it broke.
When did it...
Panel 4, Rex charges forward, setting fear aside, using his skills from his old life.
How do
I
we
don't know
that?
I don't know what
Stay
that
behind me.
means.
I know their tentacles. I mean, back
Rex.
it.
Tentacles.
Panel 5, close up on Gabriel, overwhelmed, but pushing through.
I can do this. I can lead.
Is this a secret sex comic?
I don't know.
John, did you write this? Is Draco you?
That's it. That's it. You uncovered it, Danny. Draco is John.
Page 9, panel 1. Wide shot of the battle raging. Wretches are falling, but more flood in. Delta Squad looks fierce, yet vulnerable.
I still don't know.
The battle is brutal, but fight we must. Panel 2, Mira ferociously works on the vehicle, her hands flying over broken machinery as explosions go off nearby.
Come on, stay together.
Panel 3, flashes of wretches invading their line. One lunging at Kane. Grrr. Panel 4, Kane
That's
fires
scary.
milliseconds away from being attacked, sweat beading on his forehead.
Oh,
Not today.
Panel 5, over the chaos, Gabriel yells a command. The tension palpable as
I
his
love
leadership
palpable
is
That
put
is
to the
chat
test.
GTP all over it.
I love.
It absolutely does.
Fall back to the Phoenix. We regroup.
Now, speaking of machine
Page
writing,
10.
I just saw
Let's
something really
finish.
interesting here, which is the description of how many panels are on page 10 is misspelled. The
Panels.
question is, was that a purposeful post facto edit to make us like to impress the facsimile of human writing?
Okay, that's an
Page
investigation.
10, panel 1. The squad begins to fall back in unison, determination fierce as they push against oncoming wretches.
I almost have it. Just cover me.
Panel 2, wide shot of the chaos.
Mm.
Each member of Delta Squad shows their struggle and determination to survive the fight.
Rex, watch out!
Panel 3, Rex turns just in time, dodging a wretch, but falling.
I got this. Just help me up.
Panel 4, close up on Gabriel's face as he sees Rex fall, eyes narrowing in resolve.
We're not leaving anyone behind.
Panel 5, Gabriel rushes forward through the chaos, determination in his stride. To lead means to protect.
All right.
Actually, though,
Good.
Danny, to your comment, the fact that every one of these pages is exactly 5 panels is super sus.
Oh, so much is super sus.
Yes.
The purposeful spelling mistake is the most sus.
Yeah.
Palpable. It was
What
palpable.
fierce determination? Fierce determination in his cock.
Anyway,
No, that's my script.
yeah, this feels like a Chat GPT script.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It reformatted a bit to a comic,
Yeah.
but yeah,
But
this
with
is-
screen direction that was strictly filmic.
Yeah.
which isn't even filmable because it's none of it's visual.
Resolve.
Yeah.
Tension is
Yeah, it's all
palpable, cannot
feelings.
be filmed, and it cannot be drawn.
Yeah.
Neither is determined.
This is certainly the most
wait-
dynamic description
the
of a
wait
military
till-
orgy I've ever read.
Ah.
I don't know what to say.
We got a good laugh out of it. Come
Yeah,
on.
we did.
Yeah, it was.
It was funny.
It was fun.
It may not have been funny on purpose, but
Yeah.
it succeeded in amusing all of us. It's brightened our mood substantially. It could have been worse.
There you
Welcome
go.
back, Draco.
Welcome back, Drake.
Yeah, he didn't post it. We know he's watching. Why hasn't he written anything?
I don't know. Maybe we're speaking too quickly for the machine to catch up.
Could be. Could be. I mean, in current events news, SAG-AFTRA has come out against the AI actress Blake Norwood. I think her made-up name was.
Yeah,
Good.
whatever. I don't think it's Blake. It's Norwood.
Norwood something.
Tanya Norwood.
I don't
Tanya
know what
Norwood.
it is. Anyway.
Tonya Norwood.
Yeah.
something like that.
Oh well. At some point, I would like it if you
As
would
they
actually
should.
write these things, Draco,
And
and when you do, give us
And-
cool
and-
descriptions about characters.
And actually, like, try to make something that's actually producible.
Yeah,
That seems like a lot of work.
yeah,
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm doing 3 of them at the same time right now, so it is a lot of work.
Fucking Chic Baby exists.
it does.
Yes.
Fucking
Yeah.
La Vigilante exists.
It does. Yeah.
What's your excuse, Draco?
Yes. That is a very, very good point.
Molby made a comic.
did.
Molby!
Yeah.
I have a copy of it. Where's your comic, Draco?
Yep.
Make something.
There you go.
Plus, this has 31 pages according to what you put up
Yeah.
there. So,
Well,
I'm sure they're all equally.
you know,
thrilling.
the thing to me is I don't what I don't understand is why he always has so many characters.
It's ChatGPT. It's good at generating characters.
Yeah.
No, it isn't.
it's-
Not this.
I
No,
mean,
one
you say
of the
characters, I say like first names.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
True. Okay, I won't argue with that. But it is good.
But I want
Like-
to know the story of Arms. What happened to Arms? This is my constructive, by the way. Arms was the most interesting character. Arms crossed. I want to know his story or her story. It doesn't matter.
Or their story.
Indeed, whatever pronouns Arms decides to use, I'm there for that story. You introduced a really interesting character and then refused to follow it, and just kept writing fierce determination over and over and over again, assuming that would make any sense to anyone. And and now we've read your dog shit out loud.
Yeah. Well, hard. Well, yeah.
I don't know. Okay, legitimate
Yeah.
criticism here.
Why?
I will do it. I'm trying here. I'm fishing.
Why?
So I'm fishing. So yes, too many characters. Don't know who was anybody's motivation. Don't know what the conflict is.
The conflict are
Was
humans
like,
versus the witches for eating
which I have
time.
no idea that they were aliens
Yeah.
to begin with because there was.
Do we
no-
know that they're aliens?
We don't know that.
They're not human.
They could be anything. They could be supernatural. They could be demons. They could be
Yes.
extra dimensional.
Yeah.
Non-human
creatures.
wretches.
Yeah.
So I don't even know if they look human, if they're false human,
Yeah.
if
They could just be
I mean,
people
somehow they're
barfing.
animals.
but somehow they're
do not
biologically
know.
compatible with humans
It could
because
be college students.
They could be.
They could just be people barfing. They're all retching.
They could also be mutants, for all I know. So
What, is this like a
tragic-
barf, kind of like Two Girls, One Cup?
oh, Danny. Not suitable for work.
You're too old to have gotten that reference.
Oh, I got that reference. I worked with some young people.
Fair enough.
Did you watch the video? No, don't answer that. So I'm going to give you that. And also, yes, this smacks of AI very, very much. And again, I really like to know, when are you going to bring out an actual piece of work that you wrote from scratch without the help of Chat GPT? I'm still waiting.
Yeah.
I just wonder what
eventually they'll
satisfaction.
realize that's what we want.
What satisfaction does he get out of it? It's
Tricking
odd to me that
people?
he keeps doing the same thing over and over again, like testing an idea. It's his version of a brain dump, like that outline was. Only the outline at least had some good ideas in it. This has no ideas. This is void of ideas.
So it's the way ChatGPT works. You brain dump into the prompt, and then it spits something out that it tries to spit something out that's coherent and legible.
It really is not.
And it's not really good at doing that. It's I mean, I do it sometimes, but I don't use what it spits out. I'll just take that idea and then, like, I might dump ideas into it and it will sort things into an outline, which then helps me kind of follow, okay, this is the outline I'm going to follow. And then I go write the story from that.
Oh,
and
God,
I feel
I find AI, at least ChatGPT and something else I used, they're idea killers to me. I mean, they're so limited, and it's not imaginative.
Yeah, you can't rely on it. It's weird.
I mean, the thing is, John, is that whatever you're producing with this kind of inspiration is obviously better than anything it's producing itself. And the reason for that is that you're a moderately sophisticated reader or writer. And if you're going to be lazy and give it a lazy prompt, it's going to give you lazy stuff like this. Now, the thing is it's very difficult to trick writers with lazy work because we know what that looks like. It's not that hard to trick lazy readers with lazy work because they're already too lazy to write. So, oh yeah, it passes the smell test. It's in format. Okay, cool. Or like whatever. And then you end up with stuff that's got this like facsimile of coherence with like a pretty sheen on it that for some reason people think is profound.
Well, it doesn't have a narrative. I mean, the issue.
There is no narrative, no.
Yeah.
There's no plot. There's not much of a conflict because I don't know where they're going at. There's no motivation, so I don't know.
Well, I'll let me plot that out. I'll use what I do is I create characters, and I have some semblance of an idea of what the story is going to be. Then I let the characters literally tell me what it is they need to do to get to the next stage, either to accomplish something or avoid something or create something, whatever it is. But the character has to do it within the personality that's set. There is absolutely none of that in the chat. I don't want to slam all of Chat GPT. I'm sure it has some other good uses. I know it's good in call centers or FAQs and crap like that, chat, robot help. But for this kind of writing, the challenge is to create something that you can relate to at a human level of, like I identify the motivation there, identify the feeling that's being done or the conflict between these two people. These people were so isolated and so many of them. You could do this with two characters, the whole fucking thing with two characters. One guard comes in and says, we've got to go stop the wretches. And it's just you and me, bud. And then they go out. I mean, it's like, that would be a hell of a lot more interesting, a buddy film where they save the world. Come on.
Who did the
and why was the dude even in prison in the first place?
I don't know.
We don't know. Just there.
Green
visuals. I want to do prison bars.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the other thing I was going to say. This is the other problem that ChatGPT has, and it's very, very. it's easy to. Okay, so ChatGPT loves to blow smoke up your ass.
What is that?
Any idea you give it, it's a great idea. It loves everything that you do.
Oh,
It's almost designed to make you to feed your ego, make you think everything you're doing is great and brilliant. And it's that kind of if you're not careful, and again, if you rely on it way too much, yeah, you can get a very, very false impression because it it creates a positive feedback loop. That's where I'm going with this. It is pretty much designed to create a positive feedback loop with its users and to make you come back and keep using it.
Well, sure.
And
Yeah, well,
that's
sure. But
one
John,
of
what
the
you said
big-
earlier, is the point. Is that shitty results come from a shitty prompt, and
Danny said that, but yes,
Oh,
that is
okay,
absolutely
well,
true.
I just gave you credit for it. You can
Shitty
steal it.
results also come from lazy lack of thought. Shitty results come lots of different ways.
But that's the prompt. I mean, if you write, there's people who write really sophisticated prompts and get sophisticated answers out of it. That's for what I've seen that's been claimed that was, generated from it. I don't even know how they got it. It's informational things, or in the cases of illustration, some sophisticated stuff comes out. But it's the same kind of thing. As you put the tools in the hands of people who don't know what to do, you get these crappy results. And I'm sorry, Draco, I don't like discouraging people, but you're putting crap in. What do you expect out of it? You're going to get crap. It's just bad. That's my constructive. I'll leave it at that.
All right.
okay.
Wow. All right. So to make this like a bit less nihilistic, I will say the reason we do feedback stuff like this is because it's okay to write bad stuff on your own. It's the only way you get better. You just have to actually write bad stuff on your own and then try to improve.
Yeah.
I'm the positive one here. Let's go.
Okay.
That's scary when Danny's the positive one.
I agree.
I'm incredibly optimistic and deeply cynical.
No. Here's the thing. I absolutely agree with Danny. It's like, I challenge you, Draco, to basically write something on your own. Whether it's good or bad, doesn't matter. Just write something and then try to make it better on your own. We will help you by helping you trying to do that. We honestly, when I'm on here, I'm not here to criticize people, to tear them down. I'm literally here to try to make you a better writer for everybody. I want everyone who submits something to succeed somehow. I do want you to become a better writer, to know where your weaknesses are, and then to fix those, to find out where you lack, and therefore you can do it. Whatever you're good at, keep doing that. I like that. This is like anytime my critiques are not here to be taken too personally. I am trying to drive you to become something better. But if you're feeding it into a robot, that's not going to happen. And you're never going to learn. Bring something, even if it's bad, on your own. And I think it was you that did the Green Lantern story.
Yeah.
And that was the one story thing that you submitted that I liked, that I really, really liked. Now, I do not know if that was ChatGPT, but the thing is that you're playing in a sandbox that I am familiar with, and it kind of meandered a bit, but the thing is that there was characters, there was conflict, it had distinctive voices. Why don't I get more of that? Instead, I'm getting the same thing over and over again: hollow characters, lack of story, lack of narrative, lack of conflict, all this stuff. So I'm kind of wondering, like, what was it simply because it was a fanfic? That's why it was different? because you know who these characters are, because they actually have personality? Did you feed that to ChatGPT, or did you actually write that on your own? I'm just saying. So
yeah. I mean, and if you did write that on your own, I mean, that's a good writing act. It's a good way to learn writing.
exactly,
Good writing, like, because and if you're just like a super Green Lantern fan and you know these characters and you know their world and it's easy for you to play in that sandbox, then just
do
keep
it.
doing that until you learn the basics of how to actually construct a story. Because even in doing that and creating an original story with those characters in that universe, you will figure out, you'll learn the basics of story and character development and all of that. It is a viable way of
Learning how to write,
learning the craft,
learning how to write,
yeah,
and trying to figure out the formulas that work for you, how to build a character, how to build conflict, how to build narrative. If it requires you to basically use other people's characters to write a fanfic because you're a beginner, great, do that. It's actually great to work with someone, play in a sandbox where you know this world, you know where the boundaries are, what the rules are, what they can, what they can't do. So, and do that and tell a story. And then, whether it's good or bad, does not matter. You could still learn from it. So, and of all the stories that you have submitted, that was the one that I picked out because that's the one I remember the most. And it's because it had characters, it had personality, it had a conflict. It had odd, actually rather detailed descriptions. I have no idea if you use ChatGPT on that. It didn't come off that way because it had actually a lot of spelling errors in it. I remember that. So, but I just remember going like, this sounds like a Green Lantern story. What's this?
Mm-hmm.
So, and I was very excited about it. And but the thing is that, again, at the end of that, reading that, I just went like, I'd like to see more of this, but I also would like to see you finish a story till the end. And you still haven't done that. Still haven't. So.
Yeah. All right. Next week we'll have more scripts.
I will definitely have some scripts for next week.
I should prompt up the script.
I'm not going to be able to be here next week. I'm going to be on an airplane. So,
well, I hope you're going somewhere cool, Robert.
Los Angeles.
Everybody loves Los Angeles.
Beware the traffic.
Yeah.
I'm a native. I know it all too well.
Everybody loves the traffic in Los Angeles. That's what they say in Los Angeles. Come for the movies, stay for the traffic.
Exactly.
Because you're not going anywhere.
You can't escape the traffic.
I commuted on the 101 every morning for 20 years. It sucked. Yeah.
All right. Awesome.
All right. Ciao, everybody.
Take care.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Night, everybody.